Okay, folks, thank you to those who stayed, not too many. We're going to continue. It is my honor to ask for a motion on recognition items 1 through 3.
Reed would like to do that.
Mr. Reed. Second?
Singh will second.
Mr. Singh. Discussion? Anybody?
Absolutely. Mr. President, tonight is one of those special nights that we must, embrace and recognize our 18 wonderful teachers who were recognized this evening for their contributions to this incredible district. They exemplify what Old Bridge is all about, and I'm very proud of each and every one of them for showing that high degree of dedication and professionalism to our students. This district has come a long way in the last 7 years, and yes, I believe the administration, the Board of Education had a lot to do with it, but ultimately it's the soldiers, it's the teachers, it's everyone who's in the classrooms who make a difference, and this district is very proud of their accomplishments, and I want to sincerely thank each and one of them, the 18 that were recognized this evening, and I personally know 5 to 6 of them, and you know what? They are the best and brightest of this district and in the educational field. So congratulations again, and keep up the hard work, and it's paying dividends. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn. Anyone else?
I would just like to echo what Mr. Dunn said. Congratulations to all the recipients. I know most of them are gone. And I just wanted to give a shout out to the young lady from Memorial School. You stole the show. You definitely have a bright future ahead of you, and was by far the best speaker of the evening. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Mrs. Cowley. Anyone else?
I'm sorry, I know it's a late evening, but two things that I think also stand out about our recipients is the number of alumni, the number of people who followed in their parents' footsteps. I think if either one of my children came up and said they wanted to work where I worked, I would say, don't do that, but that they seen their parent and they chose this career. And sitting down there this year was nice to see the humility on on our teachers' face. So it was just a wonderful thing. So, thank you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Ellis-Forrest. Anybody else?
Yes.
Sign-off.
Congratulations to all the dedicated and talented faculty and staff of our district honored here this evening. Thank you so much for all you do and for making positive impacts in the lives of our students every day. I attended this district for many years, and I can speak firsthand to the quality of educators we have in this district. So thank you so much for being a true inspiration to the community.
Thank you. Mr. Dinoff, anybody else?
Yes. I'd like to say that this is probably one of the most exciting and fulfilling experiences I've had since being on the Board of Education, and I really would like to send out my congratulations to Sue Walsh, a colleague and friend.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Anybody else? Mr. Singh.
Yeah, after listening to all the introductory speeches by the principals, it feels like we are so fortunate that Old Bridge community has so many great teachers. So congrats to all the recipients. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. And last but not least, well, second to last.
It's very difficult to find anything original to say at this point. Congratulations to all those recipients. It's obvious that you are successful in your career. You are providing successful and positive experiences for your students, and the recognized ability that you have with your smile, with your patience, with your nurturing attitudes is very apparent this evening. And all I know is that I don't know how the principal and staff of each individual school makes the decision as to who is the shining light for that year. We have a phenomenal staff, and I congratulate everyone.
Thank you, Mrs. Andriani. It is my privilege and honor to sit here as we honor these people tonight. This is the backbone of Old Bridge School District. And these people will make us so great. And as Mrs. Cowley said, how about that young lady from Memorial School? I don't even know what to say. She was an amazing young lady, and I'm sure she has a brilliant future ahead of her. Mr. Maurer, roll call, please.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 3 pass.
Okay, moving on to our illustrious leader, Mr. Cittadino, Superintendent's Report, progress towards goals. Anything else?
Just two things tonight I just want to mention. We do have the strategic plan on the agenda for adoption tonight. That information was presented to the board, and it comes out of thousands of discussions and online polling and surveys we've taken and conversations we've had with stakeholders from across the district to put together for the first time, really in a long time, a strategic plan that'll be the framework for our district moving forward. And because of the collaboration that went into it, I want to thank everyone involved and want to thank the board for its support in this endeavor. And it wouldn't be possible without that type of collaboration and support that I feel is the strength of our Old Bridge School District. On another note, I do want to acknowledge that tonight is the final night for some of our seniors that are in the TV studio and filming their last segment of Board of Education television. So if I can have those seniors come up and take a bow or just wave to the audience up here in front of the stage. No, they can't see you from back there. You have to step down off your podium.
In front of the camera.
Leave your camera, come on down here, wave to everybody in front of the stage and let everybody see the hard work and who's behind the scene. So each of you are seniors, and this is your last Board of Education meeting, correct? All right, well, we're sad to see you go, but we know there's great things ahead of you, and whatever endeavors you choose, because you've had some tremendous teachers providing the light for you, so congratulations.
Thank you, ladies.
Wave to home, say hi, Mom.
Mr. Cittadino, Mr. DePrima, I just want to point out that we have our own set of Wonder Women here working the TV production team tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Andriani. I'm not sure if I heard everything you said.
Well, I just noticed that my husband started his career as a video teacher, and there were very few females in the field. And as I watched all of those seniors come up, and then the students who took their who took their spots at the camera, and what I had said was they were all Wonder Women, trying to be humorous because of the new Wonder Woman movie that's coming out. But thank you, ladies, and if there are some of your male counterparts here somewhere, we haven't seen them yet, but hello back there. Ah.
Thank you, ladies, for representing, and Ms. Andriani, thank you for that marvelous comment.
Okay, hard to follow that, but moving on. Mr. Maurer, any correspondence? No. Okay, special committee reports. At our agenda meeting last month, we decided to do away with the committee reports because of the length of this meeting, but we do have two quick updates by Mrs. Ellis Foster and by Mr. Dunn on their specific committees. Kelly, you want to start?
Sure. I just want to give everyone a quick update on negotiations. The committee has been meeting about every 2 weeks since December. We've gotten through about 50 items, already a little bit over 50 items, and as you can imagine, the last few are the big ones, which we're still working diligently on. We are going to have an executive committee after this to talk about a little bit more, and the board is still committed to finalizing by the end of January. End of June. It's been a long day, but the end of June of this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ellis Foster. Mr. Dunn.
Yes, good evening. Real quick, Buildings, Grounds, and Transportation. We had a very thorough meeting on May 10th, and there was one topic which I want to just bring up tonight to the public so they're aware of what's transpiring. We were engaged by a developer who is developing an age-restricted development right next door to the GNC Center on 516. Vision Stream Development is being constructed, and the owners and their engineers had engaged the Board of Education regarding their stormwater runoff, and they're looking for us to cooperate with them regarding their discharge of stormwater. By us cooperating, it's going to open up the possibility for them to make a substantial investment and an improvement into our infrastructure, specifically a egress entry access road off of 516. So we are currently working with our professionals to determine the viability of this work and to see if it's in our best interest as a school district to work with them and to see if they could install that road at their expense. But there'll be more to come, but I just wanted to make sure the public was aware that we are going to do our due diligence and ensure that the agreement does not adversely impact our property, and hopefully we'll get some benefits from that egress entry access road, which will give us a secondary means of entry in event of emergency. More to come, so I'll keep these posted. Thank you.
Okay, as Mr. Dunn said, we'll have more in-depth committee reports next month. It was just a time restraint tonight. Facilities use, everybody, colleagues, it was in your packet last, at the agenda meeting. Hearing of residents on agenda items only. Anybody? Mr. O'Neill?
Hello, I just want to take a minute to thank the Board of Ed, Central Administration, the Supervisors Association, the Administrators Association also for recognizing the outstanding teachers both tonight and at last week's dinner. As we wrap up Teacher Appreciation Week, which due to a wonky calendar is kind of stretched for about 2.5 weeks this year, I'd like to thank the building administrators, local businesses who got involved, and all of the building PTAs for everything that they did to show their appreciation for the educators in our schools. This really shows that the Old Bridge community truly appreciates our outstanding educators and everything that they do. Of course, I'd also like to congratulate the honorees and thank them for all of their hard work. As Mr. DePrima said earlier tonight, these are the people who make our Old Bridge schools as great as they are. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill. Anybody else? Hearing of residents, agenda items only? Okay, seeing no hands, we'll move on. Policy. I need a motion to move policy item number 1, please.
Dinoff will move policy item number 1.
Mr. Dinoff, and a second?
Second.
Mr. Singh. Any discussion or questions? Mr. Mara, please.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff.
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolution 1 passes.
Okay, curriculum, professional development, items 1 through 5. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll move it. Callie.
Mrs. Cowley? I apologize, these mics, there's a little kind of echo. Second?
Dunn will second that,
Mr.
Mr.
Dunn.
President.
Discussion? Mr. Mara?
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 5 pass.
Okay, athletics, item 1, letters A through W. Need a motion, please?
I'll move it.
Mrs. Ellis Foster?
Reed will second.
Mr. Reed. Discussion? Mr. Mara?
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolution 1 passes.
Moving on to finance, items 1 through 15, including the addendum.
Dunn will move finance, Mr. President, items 1 through 15, including the addended items.
Mr. Dunn, and a second.
Dinoff will second.
Mr. Dinoff. Discussion? Seeing no hands, Mr. Mara?
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Yes.
DePrima. Resolutions 1 through 15 pass.
Okay, non-certificated personnel office, item number 1 has been administratively removed, so I need a motion for items 2 and 3.
Andriani will move as amended.
Mrs. Andriani, and a second.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Ellis Foster. Discussion? Mr. Mara?
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 2 and 3 pass.
Roman numeral number 20, there is nothing under non-certificated personnel operational. Thank you. Non-certificated personnel, other, items 1 through 14, including the addendum. Need a motion, please?
Andriani will move.
Mrs. Andriani, in a second.
Dunn will second.
Mr. Dunn.
And, Mr. President, I'd just like to make a comment.
Of course.
I just want to congratulate Joan Weigert. She's the resident nurse over at Cooper School. She's given 18 years of her life to this district, and she was an excellent, loving nurse, and she'll be dearly missed by the students and staff at Cooper, and this district is losing a fantastic individual. Good luck, and God bless you in your future endeavors.
Any other discussion or questions? Mr. Mara?
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
I'm abstaining on item number 2, and yes for the rest.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 14 pass.
Okay. Certificated personnel, items 1 through 33, including the addendum. Need a motion, please?
Dinoff will move certificated personnel, items 1 through 33, including the addendum.
Thank you, Mr. Dinoff. In a second.
Mr. DePrima, can I just make a comment on this?
Yeah, can we just wait till it's...
I'm sorry.
Dunn will second certificated personnel, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn. Dr. Hoka?
Can we remove Q from number 3? We had a candidate rescind.
Remove letter Q from number 3, is that what you said?
Correct.
Noted, Mr. Mara?
So, Mr. Dinoff and Mr. Dunn, you're moving as revised?
Excuse me. Anybody else? Okay, Mr. Mara, roll call on revised items 1 through 33.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes, and no vote, abstain on number 25, Mr. Mayor.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 33 pass.
Mr.
Okay.
DePrima, before we move on, just, we've been setting a precedent that we do mention those that retire. So in this section, we do have a retirement. Mr. Weber's not here, he's usually our retirement person, but Madeline Immerman from Voorhees Elementary School is retiring after 24 years of service. We thank you for your service and your dedication to the children of Old Bridge.
Thank you, Mrs. Andriani. I apologize for not doing that in Mr. Weber's absence, but thank you. Okay.
Just one thing on that before you move on to, just, it'll be for the official record, the official record. Item 3, letter G, just in the first name of the candidate or employee, take out the first I. It's Ranzio, not Randizio.
Thank you, Mr. Cittadino. Anything else? Okay, moving on to non-certificated personnel transportation, items 1 and 2. You need a motion, please?
Dunn will move non-certificated personnel transportation, items 1 through 2, Mr. President.
Mr. Dunn, in a second.
I'll second.
Mrs. Ellis Foster. Discussion? Mr. Mara.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed.
Yes.
Singh.
Yes.
Mr. Reed, I got a yes, right? Sorry. Andriani,
Yes.
DePrima? Yes. Resolutions 1 and 2 pass.
Okay, supplies, equipment, and services, items 1 through 26. Need a motion, please? Mr. Singh, second.
Andriani will second.
Mrs. Andriani, thank you. Discussion? Mr. Mara.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 26 pass.
Okay, moving on, transportation, items number 1 through 7. Can I have a motion, please?
Dunn will move transportation, items 1 through 7, Mr. President.
Mr. Dunn?
Dinoff will second.
I'm sorry. Jeff?
Dinoff will second, yes.
Discussion, questions? Mr. Mara.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 7 pass.
Miscellaneous, items 1 through 5. Need a motion, please? Somebody?
Dunn will move miscellaneous items 1 through 5, Mr. President.
Mr. Dunn, and a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
Mrs. Ellis Foster. We announced this at the agenda meeting, but just to reiterate tonight, June's agenda meeting has been changed to Wednesday, June 21st. Same time, same place, 7:30 Admin Building. Any discussion? Mr. Mara.
Andriani,
Yes.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
DePrima.
Yes.
Resolutions 1 through 5 pass.
Board Secretary and Board Business, item 1. I need a motion, please.
Reed would
Callie.
like to motion.
Mr. Reed,
Callie will second.
Mrs. Callie. Discussion?
Yes, Mr. DePremer, I'd just like to reiterate the large amount of hours that the board, the administration, community members have all put in trying to make a viable plan to help guide us to move forward.
Thank you, Mrs. Andriani. Anybody else?
Yes, Mr. President, I want to sincerely thank Kelly Ellis Foster for her dedication, working so diligently and orchestrating and putting that entire program together, and I do apologize that I had to step away from the process, which I had convinced her to do because I was going to help her. So I sincerely thank her energy and her filling in for me, and I want to thank Dave and Kathy also for their energy and dedication for making this this plan, this strategic mission plan, come into fruition, and hopefully we as the board can get this implemented over the next few years. Thank you.
You know, Mr. Dunn, back in the neighborhood, we used to call that a flat lever, but that's, anyway, yeah, it was an amazing process. Thank you to everybody who came out and had a part and a say in it, and it's going to happen. In the next 5 years, there's going to be a lot of different changes in this district, all for the better, and thank you to everybody who was a part of it. Anybody else?
Yeah, if I could, I would thank you, Mr. Dunn. However, I certainly did not put in any more effort than many of the people on the committee and in the public. But it is a wonderful blueprint. It is a great process. It was a great collaboration to work with everybody in the community. But what I would like to say, too, is just the beginning. So we will be continuing to work with everyone in the community, in the schools, to implement this. So it's really just the start of this. So I'm excited. So don't worry, Mr. Dunn, you'll have plenty of opportunity to participate and make it a reality and bring these changes. So I would like to thank everyone. Thanks.
Thank you, Kelly. I was only kidding, Rich. Okay, anybody else? Mr. Mara, please.
Callie,
Yes.
Dunn,
Absolutely, yes.
Dinoff,
Yes.
Ellis Foster,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Singh, Andriani, DePrima.
Yes.
So strategic plan is passed.
Okay. Hearing of residents on any school district item?
Hello, I'm Burns from Lawrence Harbor, and I have a question here on the board, on the policy right here that says, Board Attorney created policy 2469 at the request of David Cittadino and James Toohey, the physical restraint and seclusion policy. What is that? And also, I had requested to be on the policy committee, and I was just wondering when that met or what was going on with that. Thank you.
Committee meetings are open to anybody. Committee meetings are open to anybody. You're more than welcome to come. The next one is, I think, May 21st? 30th? I apologize. 31st? May 31st, 7 p.m. in the Central Admin Conference Room. If you missed the others, I apologize, but, you know, they are advertised, and they are open to anybody.
I did know that they were open to anyone, but I did request to specifically join as a committee member, and I usually get an email when they're coming. And also then, if you could just explain the physical restraint and seclusion policy, what was used to create it, any data shown.
I'm sorry, but these mics, there's really like a bad echo. I'm not really sure if you've heard of it. Yeah.
The answers to your two questions, as far as the membership on the committees, while those committees are open to the public and the public's encouraged to attend, the membership of the committee is limited to board members. That was a little bit different in Old Bridge in the past, but over the last several years, we have aligned with the general statewide practice, so please come to the meetings, but you're there as a member of the public. You can participate, but you're not a member of the committee. That's just board members. With regard to policy 2469, physical restraint and seclusion, what that is a policy which regulates the means, the times, and the manners in which students are physically restrained for their own safety and the safety of their peers and instructors. There was not previously any policy on that in Old Bridge. It is a protection for families and teaching staff members alike, as well as paraprofessionals, to have rules of engagement, if you will, for when passive restraint is appropriate to protect everybody involved. So that policy, although it reflects best practices that are statewide and have been in existence for years, simply adds it to our book.
And what data was used to create it?
What data was used to create it? The data that was used to create it was, I wouldn't say it was research-based. It is reflective of best practices throughout the state. There was information provided by the Director of Student Services, Dr. Jim Toohey, and we put it together based upon the best practices statewide.
Are you going to be collecting data on then who is restrained or secluded and any other types of maybe markers that somebody would need that used?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
The policy, that does make sense. It makes a lot of sense because that's an important part of any policy like this. The policy itself calls for forms to be distributed and filled out through the staff members who are directly involved and through the school nurse if necessary in the aftermath of a seclusion or restraint event. Dr. Tui has generated that policy form under the policy, and it will be implemented shortly. So yes, it will definitely be tracked and make sure that it is implemented in the way that it's intended to be.
Okay. Is there going to be an opt-out option for parents who don't want that used on their children?
The restraint training is, and if Mr. Citadino wants to talk about this at all, you're welcome to, but generally from the legal perspective, restraint training is never a preferred method. It is a safety measure, no different than pulling the fire alarm. You don't pull the fire alarm unless you need to. Restraint training is a safety mechanism. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. Want to try again? Or want me to try again? Can you rephrase your question?
Will there be information given to parents to be able to let the teacher know that this is not the method that they ever want used on their child?
No, and the reason for that is that never is an awfully long time. When required in the interests of the physical safety of the child or other children in the room, passive restraint is an unfortunate necessity. Dr. Tui, is that a fair summary?
Will there be training on other methods besides restraint and isolation for the teachers? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else hearing of residents on any school issue? Ma'am? You come up to the... Oh, yeah.
Perfect for you?
Hello, my name is Cameron Williams, and I am 5 years old. I love kindergarten. I love learning addition, subtraction, writing, reading, science, and geography. Did you know there are 50 states and the capital of New Jersey is Trenton? I also know sign language. Smile, smart, and I really love reading. My mom has been reading to me my whole life, and now I can read my older sister's third grade words. Don't forget, I can add and subtract numbers. I use Doc Make Stuff and flashcards to help me get really fast at math. I am the smallest one in my kindergarten class, but I have the biggest heart for learning. Please give me opportunity to go to first grade, and I know I'm ready. I will do the very best, and I'll make everybody proud. I'm a girl genius. Thank you.
Good job.
The microphone.
Are you sure you're only 5 years old? You speak much better than a 5-year-old.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
So we came in March to, thank you, baby. We came in March to discuss the entrance age. Again, we're back. We're still very diligent and still very excited about trying to get into first grade, even though she's 5. Again, she is in a kindergarten program where she will get a kindergarten certificate. Her teacher was able to write her a letter, just to acknowledge her abilities, and we just wanted to see what the status was as to trying to get that passed so that she is able to go to first grade in Old Bridge District.
Okay. As we just said, the next meeting is May 31st, and of course, you are more than welcome to come.
I'm so happy.
Okay.
7 o'clock in the Central Admin Building Conference Room.
Okay.
That'll be the more appropriate form.
The only thing I want to add is, I know you were at the previous meeting that we did have, and since that time, we have briefed the board, the entire board, on the request from parents that was presented to the policy committee about it, reviewing our entrance age for first grade. Working with Dr. Cascone and our attorney, we have received some data to other policies that are prevalent in the state in similar situations. We'll have that information for the board to review at that meeting on the 31st, and it will be their pleasure as if they want to change the policy. That being said, there would have to be the June reading as reading 1 for the policy change, and an August meeting, there's no meeting in July, for the second reading. So if that would have to take effect for a September enrollment. It'd be cutting it close, but we can discuss that further at the May 31st, 7 p.m. meeting, same place you were last time. Okay? And thank you so much for reading. You are adorable, and you did a great job.
Thank you, young lady. Okay, anybody else? Hearing of residents on any school district item? Okay, seeing no more hands, we'll close that portion. Colleagues, old business, new business? Anybody? Okay, I'm going to need a motion to go into closed session. Mr. Parton, explain, please.
Yes, we'll need a motion to go into executive session with regard to Old Bridge Education Association negotiations. This executive session will include only the board members who are not conflicted out of negotiations under the SEC rules, and the board will not be back out. This will adjourn the public portion of the meeting once you have your motion and second.
Thank you, Mr. Parton. Can I have a motion, please?
I will move it.
Mrs. Ellis Foster, and a second?
Dinoff will second.
Mr. Dinoff.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.